Just finished up this piece last night and we got corn on the other side of the lane here. So we're going to get moved to the next farm in a little bit here. I'm gonna drop the head off onto the header cart, and there's a couple fingers on the center drum there that we gotta fix that have been missing for a couple days. But we'll get this dropped on the header cart and then we can work on the head just a little bit easier, I think, if it was off the combine. We are getting closer to the end of soybean harvest. We have 2 fields that are ready to go today, and after that the beans are not quite there yet. So then we might end up switching to corn and coming back here and start working on this shorter day corn across the lane here. So that stuff should be pretty dry. Dropping the head on this header cart, it's a little bit easier than the old header cart. See, all these fingers in here are busted, so I'll replace these. The right side of the drum's fine, but this whole left side got beat up from something. Must have grabbed a stick.
Yeah, that's the guy I talked to. If it says we got 7, then we're fine. Oh, yeah, then he needs to call up there.
That's better. I got new rivets to hold the flap down. Should be good to go. And then by the time we get the machines moved, we could probably start cutting. All right, so let's go on a road trip. Every year this trail gets a little bit tighter. We're gonna be going about 4 miles, 5 miles down the road. Just got rolling here. Not the best beans in here, and we actually ended up doing a little bit of replant on the front edge up here, and then the back half was okay. Just gonna open up this front headland, kind of where the driveway is, and then I'll jump out. We'll go grab the semi truck. We are not going to bring the grain cart here. There's only about 25 acres at this piece, and the way the beans are looking, we don't think we're going to make more than a truckload, so it doesn't really make much sense to bring the grain. So I'll probably just end up taking it over to the next farm we're going to do hopefully this afternoon, as long as nothing happens or breaks here. This field is pretty rocky. We did flat roll this, and I did have the rock picker out here, I think, before we even planted it for a few hours. So I know I got a handful, but yeah, this one you still got to be on your toes a little bit compared to some of the other farms. Back in the combine now, just trying to get this field opened up. Driving along the woods here, see it's pretty bare on the side here, and even some more green ones down there. These beans are pretty short. I think this is when the air reel, if we had an air system on this head like the old head where we had a wind system that would help blow the grain in. Would come in handy in beans like these. As you can see, they're kind of bunching up on the knife there, and I got my reel down. It's about as far as I can go. So it kind of ends up bulldozing them a little bit, which isn't good because I'm not missing beans. Just setting up my AB line. Already got my A marked on. Should have auto steer now. Beans are pretty short and thin along this first pass I did, which is to be expected. You know, you got trees basically around the whole field, but you get out here in the middle and their beans aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be, which is a good thing. It's always cool looking at this new draper. It's still something I get used to looking at. It's a little hypnotizing. Well, this is dump number 2. Just finishing up here, got this little strip to do, and then we'll dump on the truck with what I made here, drop the head on the header cart, and move a couple miles up the road and open up the next one. The truck's full enough now, somebody can take that up to town and go get it dumped while while 2 of us stay here and move on the equipment. We are going to have the grain cart at the next farm, so I can dump on that while the truck's gone. Let's get everything folded up here. Then we'll drop the header on the header cart. And then somebody can come bring the header over. Made it to the driveway here. I backed up. Dad went past. Here he comes back again. He went and got turned around. The bin site's right down the road, so he got spun around and then he can back in a little bit easier. The driveway's kind of on an angle to the road there, so he'll back in front of me. Let's open up the grain tank again. Swing my ladder back out. I tell you, this header cart, even though it's longer, it still backs up easier than the other one, I think, because it's got the 4-wheel steer. Steers from the front and the back. So it catches and hooks and corrects itself a lot quicker. Going to shut this down for 15 minutes. Me and Dad are gonna go grab the grain cart. Tyler just took off with the truck, so he should be back in a couple hours. Hopefully there's not a big lineup. Windier out today than I thought it was gonna be. Today is October 9th, 2024. If anybody watches this years from now. We'll be here the rest of the afternoon. It's about 40 acres here. So by the time we go get the grain cart, finish this up, it'll probably be supper time, and then I don't think we really have any beans ready after this piece. Dad is in the grain cart. I'm gonna rush back to the combine and get going. The beans are pretty short here as well, just like the other farm. In fact, they might be a little bit shorter. These were planted almost a week after the last farm I was just at combining. So yeah, these ones got kind of rushed in late in June. And yeah, right here it's not too bad, but yeah, there's some pretty bad spots. And you can see there's a washout spot over there, and then there's even quite a bit of geese damage on the south end. But yeah, just having a hard time getting them up onto the belt here on the head. They'll bunch up on the knife, and then once there's so many bunched up and they're not feeding onto the head, I'll just start pushing them over, and I'm not really combining them, I'm just driving right over top of them. Tyler just made it back with the Sunmai. He did that pretty quicker than I thought. I haven't even made my first dump. I'm 84% full in the grain tank here. I just got my 2 headlands done, and I'm on my 4th pass now. So I'm guessing there wasn't much of a line up there. Probably able to pull right through. He might be watching later, so thanks for the pizza, Jim. To the middle of the field here, the beans are performing just a little bit better. They look a little bit better. Still pretty short, but they're yielding decent. You know, I'm bumping 50 on the instant yield monitor, so can't complain too much about that. But overall, my average is going to go way down from the drowned out spots and from all the geese damage on the south end. Austin. He had to go look at his mom's horse over there, and now I think he's ready for a combine ride. You see the horse over there? It was over by the barn. I don't think that barn's yellow. It looks brown to me. What are we doing? We combining?
Let's get down.
You want to get down already? We just started.
What?
Who's that? Who's that out there on the tractor?
It's the mommy's car.
Yeah, that's Mommy's car.
It's almost done.
Oh, that's old McDonald.
Oh, a horse.
Oh, there's a horse.
Oh, there's more cow.
There's moo cows over there too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What do we do?
Oh, I don't know. Are we dumping on the go? Look at that. What's that? Is that beans? Are you driving? Those good strawberries. You driving? Oh, Miss Riley?
She's so cute.
Say hi.
Say you're doing it wrong, Dad.
Well, I got about 2 passes left here, maybe 2.5. My co-pilots are gone. And yeah, I think this is going to be it for beans for a week or so. Dad went and looked at the other fields and they're just not ready yet. They're still pretty green. So I think we're going to park everything down at the bin site and we're going to start working on corn. So hopefully I'll get some video footage of that. Today's video, probably not the most exciting. All I had with me is my phone. No, no GoPro, no drone or tripod or anything. And no extra help camera persons. So I've been kind of by myself for the majority of time combining. Dad and Tyler kind of in and out with the semi and moving other stuff around. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully I'll be making some corn harvest videos pretty quick here. Maybe even tomorrow if all goes well. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.